first down, it's Taylor. Escaping the pressure right. Looking this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Well, partner, that was not a good omen right there. The very first play from scrimmage, you just want to give yourself a nice, simple throw and hopefully get yourself into a rhythm. That is the last thing you're expecting. And now you put your defense in a tough spot right from the word go.
They'll try and run for the first time with Freeman. No gain on the play there, second down. Here's the offense, and we talk about the tight end, Jacob Tammett.
A lot of people thought of him as simply a safety valve receiver. He can be a primary receiver. Jacob Tammett shows better athleticism than what people expect.
Shift together here from the D-line. Freeman again. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal.
Anytime a team goes on the road, there's always that little bit of fear that maybe they can be affected by the hometown crowd. But this is where game planning really came into play. They talked about it all week. Go in there, establish yourself. Well, that run right there, that slows down the crowd and gives them a lot of confidence.
That's what they wanted out of that first down play. Run it down there. Now they're knocking on the door.
The only thing that would have been better was getting it in.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman taking it in from a yard out. And the Falcons have taken the early lead.
Well, Brandon, he just followed his nose, and his nose took him to the end zone. But how about the big guys up front? Give him at least a stalemate in order to find that space.
Yeah, the O-line won the battle in the trenches there, didn't they? Yeah, after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And a nice little pass and catch there on the corner route.
Set up very well by the receiver with a head and shoulder fake inside before he comes back downhill to his quarterback.
They'll run it with McCoy. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. All right, let's take a look at the offensive starters and the second-round pick out of USC. One to talk about, Robert Woods.
I think a lot of people thought maybe he was ticketed for stardom coming out of USC. Has always been a great route runner, much more of a complimentary receiver, but they can utilize that in a big way and have him open up things in the middle.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Throwing now, Taylor on first down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
The starting defense for the Falcons.
Desmond Trufant has made a great reputation in a short amount of time in the NFL. A lockdown corner that most teams don't attempt to try.
Here's McCoy. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. For McCoy this year, 5th time in his 8-year career that he's topped the 1,000-yard mark. Charles, first time he's done it with the Bills, though, finished with 1,267.
And he's the type of player that you can build around. And what I mean by that is, as a runner, as a pass catcher, he does a little bit of everything, and he opens up the offense for everyone else around him, the complementary players. But he's a guy, heavy-duty ball carrier, and also get him in space, and he can break people down.
They'll try to run it in with Gillisley. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get them in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They'll run with Gillisley. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Mike Gillisley taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right?
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
1 man in the backfield. That's McCoy. To throw is Taylor. Going to drop this off to McCoy. Complete. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. LaShawn McCoy from 21 yards away. And the Bills have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now Ryan on 2nd down. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. Mikel Roby brings him down. There's the 11 starters on defense for Buffalo. And the new coaching staff really coming in. They can look at 2 numbers, kind of yin and yang. They're good against the pass, 6th in the league, 29th, though, against the run.
Well, if you look at this new coaching staff that has taken over in Buffalo and trace their past, it starts with them stopping the run because they are a very aggressive, blitz-happy type of a group, but it only begins with stopping the run first, so I expect that number to improve in 2017 for Buffalo.
So they run it on second down. Now let's see what third down brings here for the offense. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. And the Bills getting set to go. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
I don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge. Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? You're able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Now Taylor. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. He's got it with the 15. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Now McCoy, and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
He's already scored once. He definitely had his eyes wide open.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. LaShawn McCoy with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Bills will extend their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game. I know that's their first connection in this game, but you and I both know that Julio Jones is without a doubt his quarterback's favorite target.
Oh, yeah, Matt Ryan loves this guy, and who wouldn't?
Yeah, and the reason that he's that is because of his dependability. And quarterbacks have to have that from their receivers, meaning they know where they're going to be when they're running certain routes. They don't break them on them. They don't change them up and do their own freelance stuff and put their quarterbacks in bad situations. Matt Ryan has ultimate trust in Julio Jones.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. They'll come out in the pistol. On first down, Ryan. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. Again, we'll see the pistol here. On 2nd down, Freeman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. That 2nd down run, a big help as 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
They run. Devontae Freeman. The ball still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. They'll run for it. It's Freeman. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
It would have been a long field goal attempt, so when you only need a few inches, this, to me, is the right decision. And they wind up picking up the conversion on 4th down.
Running right, this is Freeman. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. His throw caught right around the 6. And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver, because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
They come out here in the eye. 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line. It's Coleman here. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. He got halfway home there, down to the 1, but a good job of keeping him out of the end zone.
Exactly. Halfway home isn't all the way home, right? So they feel pretty good about keeping him out on that play.
Now they've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? They'll try and run. Freeman. And he is going to lose yardage here. He loses 5 full yards to bring up 4th. So a field goal try here on 4th down as the Falcons called on Matt Bryant from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, and high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. And Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down.
Let's go!
From the gun, it's Taylor. It's complete to his tight end, Charles Clay. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. All right, different topic here. 2018, the Super Bowl, traveling north, far north to Minneapolis. Early predictions for that one. Who you got?
Well, you know, everyone's still waiting in the NFL for a home team to play in its home stadium, right? So could the Vikings be that team? I'll start in the NFC, and I'm going to say no. I think Seattle, starting to get near that maybe last run with their defense. Earl Thomas returns. I like Seattle coming out of the NFC. How about you?
Well, I'm actually going to take a Dallas Cowboys NFC title run. I think that they came so close this year, probably most talented going into next year.
I like that one. Well, in the AFC, I'm going to go with a team that if they improve their defense and their quarterback stays healthy, they could be that team, the Oakland Raiders.
Okay, I'm going dark horse. Cleveland Browns. Let's go.
Hey, from worst to first.
On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
On 2nd down, Taylor. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
And the seemingly endless drive continues. They come out here in the eye. Here's Gillisley. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
And Carpenter knocks it through, and the Bills will add on to their lead. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. And he'll probably wish he reconsidered here. It'll cost him 10 yards now with a new rule as he's down at the 15-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So the offense lining up 1st and 10. And we've arrived at the 2-minute warning here in half number 1. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Getting it out left side to Sanu. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another pistol look here. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Ryan hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him, Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Connects with Sanu right side. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for third down. So the offense needing 4 yards. It's third down. Again, Ryan. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Coleman. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tevin Coleman as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. They go play action here on first down. Finding time. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 22 yards on the pickup there. And it'll give the Bills a first down. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Here we go.
Final play of the half. It's Taylor. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle.
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. And the defense will try and pin their ears back and get pressure again here after the sack. It's third down. Third and long. It's Ryan. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
Now it's Tate. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Fresh set of downs here. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Buying time to his left. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just...
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Come on, let's go.
Fourth down. Here's Taylor. They got a man. It's Woods. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll come out in the pistol. 10th carry now for McCoy. And he stopped immediately there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
Watkins alone on the left side. On 2nd down, Taylor. And that'll be incomplete. Mike Gillisley, the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
I had a coach tell me a long time ago that running a screen pass is similar to acting 101 for your offense, because you've got to show something different and create extra space for linemen to chase the quarterback in order to create extra room for the receiver to catch the football and maneuver upfield. In this case, they'll give a lot of credit to the defense. They communicated well. You could hear them talking to each other on the field, and they reacted and knocked it away.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. This will be caught at about the 3. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play-action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. They'll try and run it with McCoy. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelmed, because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line. He came free and made the hit in the backfield.
They'll try again with McCoy, and he is going to lose yardage here. That'll go as a loss of 5, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And Carpenter knocks it through, and that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So put another 3 on the board, and all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the 3rd quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Let's look ahead for a quick minute. We don't have the schedules yet for next year, but what we do have are the 5 international games that will be played, 4 in London and then 1 again in Mexico, Jacksonville, Baltimore, Miami, New Orleans, Cleveland, Minnesota, Rams, and Arizona. Those in London, and then Mexico's going to get a great game. The Raiders and New England.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And just think about
it's caught inside the 25. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. A big play there. Ryan to Jones. 66 yards. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. They'll run here with Freeman. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Now Ryan on second down. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now out come the Bills. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Shift together here from the D-line. 2nd and 10 now. It's Taylor. Looking left sideline. It's complete. 23 yards on the play.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
I'm ready now for 2nd and 9. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. A fake to McCoy. Now it's Taylor sliding out of the pocket. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity. Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
This is taken at the 15. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there, because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back. And now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up the third down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Back now in Buffalo. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the fourth. 2 yards to go here on third down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Extra DB on the field for the Bills here on third down.
Yeah, maybe thinking pass. Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Freeman. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Ryan on fourth down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Kyle Williams in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
1 man in the backfield. That's McCoy. And they'll give it to him here. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Nine yards still remaining here to pick up the first on second down. Now Taylor to throw on second down. Steps away to his left. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. And he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves his sticks. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead. Confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. Because strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
Red zone opportunity. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Now Gillisley. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Second down following the run. 1 man in the backfield. That's McCoy. And he'll get it up the middle. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a 1st down, and inside the 5-yard line.
First and goal at the 3-yard line now. This is McCoy. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And the Falcons now making their way back out onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 75 yards. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Bills are going to recover. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical. The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
Come on, let's go!
Again, it's McCoy. And he only manages a couple here, down to about the 38-yard line. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Now Taylor, a give to the fullback, Felton. Oh, no, he lost the football. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Taylor on first down. Going to drop this off to McCoy. Complete. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. 1 man in the backfield. That's McCoy. On second down, here's Taylor. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Jalen Collins. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And now they're in the hurry-up. A good start there on this fourth quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple of scores. There's still time, all right? It's not like they're totally out of it, but they have to score quickly, and they're going to need some big-time plays, chunk plays, explosive plays. They need yardage on each snap. Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass, and completing it.
The left side completion to Jones. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now a play fake here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So 2nd and 10 here. Here's Ryan. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. Ryan to throw. And now another one thrown incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And that'll bring up a 4th down. So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So they got their touchdown, now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So they got their touchdown, now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. Robert Woods. And the Bills are going to recover. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3-and-out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
1 man in the backfield. That's McCoy. He's going to get the football. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Oh, Taylor going to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Now, hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Taylor eluding the pressure right. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love it.
That's caught inside the 20. A big play there. Ryan to Jones. 58 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Back to throw. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He lost 6 there on the first down play. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Taylor to a knee, and that ought to just about do it. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So that'll just about do it for Charles.